I'm not getting in this car until you come and open the door for me. I'm a lady.
No, I get that, but you're already standing there now. It's not like I can't. You know, I can't. But you're there. So I'm just saying, since you're there, I've already opened it. Just get in.
I don't touch doors. So come open the door for me.
I drove 30 minutes to get here, and I'm here. I turned on the heater, everything. Even the date we're going on, is me that we pay. Is he? I will pay and I'll bring you back. So the least you can do is come and sit down. I'm offering you free seats. No.
I'm not getting in the car.
What kind of...
Thank you.
This is not... This one is Wahala. We've not even started. And you ever...
Thank you for being a gentleman.
You're even this thing. It's just normal.
Thank you.
Why are you like
I'm ready now.
You know what? Don't worry. Come out.
Are you serious?
No, just come out because I don't think this. No, come. Just come out first.
Are you serious right now?
No, come. I want to show you something.
Okay.
I want to show you something. I'm very confused. How I drove to this place. I came to pick you up. You could have met me there. I will also pay for the date. This place we are going, minimum $200 that I will spend. And I have to beg you to get in the car. It's not like I can't open.
All I was asking is that you just open the door.
It's not that I can't open door. It's just that you already standing. I opened the door twice. Don't worry. You know, sometimes.
Where are you going?
Sometimes you just be avoiding problem.
Where are you going?
I'm getting in my car. I'm opening my door by myself.
Are you serious? I just wanted you to be a gentleman.
No, don't worry. He's like, enjoy your night.
Is he freaking serious right now?
Move so that I don't climb on your legs or something.
Where are you going? We were supposed to be going on a date. Where are you going?
No, I'm going home. It's not
Didn't you drive out here for me?
I thought I did, but clearly, let me just respect myself and go home. You know?
Wow. Wow.
Okay, I'm coming with a scenario. It says the guy I'm talking to sent me money for groceries, $300 because I didn't have any food. Then I get a text from him later asking me to cook him dinner. Told him no because I'm not his wife. And I only cook for my kids and my husband. And he's neither of them. Now I'm blocked, shaking my head. Like, who asks a woman to cook for them before he puts a ring on it? Baby girl, let me be the first to tell you, you ain't never gonna be no wife like that. She said, what kind of man asks a woman to cook before you put a ring on it? Sis, one that's looking for a wife. And how is he supposed to know what you like as a wife if you're not showing up as one? People get married because they like the way that things are, not because things are going to change after the I do's. You only cook for your kids and your husband, and clearly you ain't got no husband. So now I'm not one to be like, oh, you supposed to do everything like you married. No. You supposed to save some stuff for marriage. However, cooking is the bare minimum. Girl, you better show that man you can cook. You want the ring or no? He must not be somebody you really like, because somebody who you really like, you wouldn't mind cooking for. And before you ask, married once, proposed to 4 times. You're not wrong for feeling how you feel. However, if you really want a husband, then you're going to have to present yourself as a wife. Because he showed you he was husband material the minute that you said you ain't had no food, and he sent you $300. So he could show up for you, but you can't show up for him. So should she have cooked him dinner? Or is she well within her right to be like, no, I'm not cooking you dinner? What y'all think about that?
Okay, so I'm not gonna lie. The rumors are true. I am leaving my wife for a dancer, a stripper, and I don't care. Let me explain something to you guys, right? I've been married for over 15 years, and for the longest time, I didn't know that women enjoy to give their men back rubs, not on their birthdays and Christmas and things of that nature. I didn't know your woman goes in the kitchen and whips up recipes, and sometimes it might be a hit or miss, but she's trying. I didn't know your woman will come home from work and just start rubbing your feet and cleaning the house in lingerie. I wasn't getting none of that with my wife. Things that I asked for. And quick little story. My friend's birthday, and we heading out to Sue's Rendezvous in the Bronx, New York. And we head to a dance, a gentleman's club. And me and the young lady starts talking. I don't even exchange no numbers. She feels my vibe. I'm thinking she's trying to game me. But no, we hang out. And from day one, we hit it off. I ain't gonna lie to you. So, no, I don't feel like a sucker. My friends and family members are kind of mad at me right now, but I'm all about my happiness. And I haven't been more happy than since I've been with this woman. You know what I mean? So, yes, I left my wife. She has the house. And she gets alimony, and I'm still happy. So there's no love lost over here. She's angry, but I'm not. Women gotta learn to treat their man as if they're never gonna see him again. It goes both ways. I never cheated, nothing like that. But if I have to beg to get some kind of physical attention, if I have to beg to get some kind of like decent meal, if I have to beg for you to put on something sexy, then it's not gonna work. Okay? You have to like who likes you back. And this woman likes me back. And I don't gotta put up no effing funds at all. It's all a natural relationship. So, people can say what they want to say, but I'm more of a firm believer of do what you enjoy and be around people who enjoy being around you. Okay? This is a different time in my life, and I'm enjoying this energy, and I'm not gonna stop.
Am I the only one that's like this?
I would like to go out on a limb and say that she is the only one that's like this, but in today's day and age, there are a lot of weird people. Few discretion is advised.
When my husband is sick, he's been puking all night. Even if he has a cold, for some reason, the rage inside me is such a fiery rage. And I know there's nothing he can do about it to control it. But it just makes me so angry. It's so ridiculous that it makes me so angry.
In the words of the young people today, may this love never find me. Because it's one thing to think about your partner that way when they are sick, bedridden to some degree. But it's another thing to record a video and post it online for the world to see. And I'm a firm believer they only do that to validate what it is that they're saying or feeling. They get online, give these takes. And they know if they post it online, there is enough crazy people in the world that will possibly agree with them and validate the thing that they are saying or feeling. And in this case, this woman knew I can get at least 150 people to say, I know what you're talking about. And that alone is enough for her to feel good about this horrible take she just gave us. There should never ever be a reason why you feel rage when your partner is not at their best. Tell me you don't with him without telling me you don't with him. How can I look at my partner with the flu? 5 years ago we had COVID and think, oh my God, why? Why are you sick right now? Like, ugh. And I'll even take it a step further. You don't like when he's sick because he's no use to you. He can't go to work. He's not making any money. Honestly, he's not in the best shape to defend you. He's not in the shape to do anything. No yard work, no nothing. You got to do everything for him because he is sick. And you are put in the true position of selflessness. You got to put your best foot forward. You have to put 100% of the output. And the fact of the matter is there's no true reward at the end of it. Because you don't look at his health as a reward for you. I'm almost 100% sure you look at his health as just a benefit to him. You hate that fact. And in turn, you hate him. Now, I do wish he sees this video and he reevaluates. But I also understand there's only so much I can say to a man like that because he did choose you. And I'm almost 100% sure he was aware of the kind of person you were. And it's very unfortunate. But you know what? Fortunately for the both of y'all ain't got to listen to I'm saying because I'm just a normal guy. Y'all keep the change.
In a marriage, how often do y'all do it?
Well, he has a pass where he got 5 days. So it's only 2 days I tell him no.
Okay.
Thursdays and Mondays.
Why?
Thursdays because we coming up on the weekend and I know he gonna want to hump all weekend. Monday because I done came off the weekend and I done humped all weekend.
No. May this lady's cup never empties. I hope it runneth over. I hope her battery always stays on 95%. Yes, Lord. I hope this lady is never past a quarter of a tank. And if she ever goes past it, I hope her tank magically fills, Lord. I hope no weapon formed against her can ever prosper, including a Popeye's biscuit. Lord, I just hope every married woman within the sound of her voice can receive this message and put it into their spirit, Lord. Because this lady right here, she deserves every door opened for her, even if it's not automatic. Yes.
Women got to understand, man, what they want you to do is they want you to get into a relationship and they want you to provide, but they don't want to do anything. Modern women, just a clip talking about, well, I'm not going to cook him dinner, right? And the woman even gave you an out. She said, there's some things that I understand you save for marriage, but modern women want men to go on a wing and a prayer. They want, essentially what a man is doing, he's throwing up a Hail Mary with his money, with his finances. And what's the percentages that a Hail Mary is going to work? Not that many. That's why they say it's a Hail Mary. I just throw it up and I hope what comes down is something good. That's why when you see somebody throw a Hail Mary and actually complete it, the crowd usually goes wild because it's improbable. It's the same thing with a full court shot. At the buzzer, it's improbable. That's when those things usually happen. That's when you usually throw up a full court shot. That's when you usually throw up a Hail Mary. If I have to throw up a Hail Mary in a marriage, no, I'm not going to be getting married. That's why a lot of men are staying away from it. If the risk is that high, if I'm down, I'm that far behind. If it's that close, that it's a gamble, and I might lose. No, I'm most likely, if I have to Hail Mary, I'm most likely going to lose the game, and that's what most men think. That's how they feel. If I'm in the position to have to do this, no.
My 2026 strict program list, I will not be explaining or elaborating any further. With that being said, here we go. If you got more than one kid, cut. If you got more than one baby dad, cut. If your baby dad is crazy, cut. You will not be getting meat shots. You had a baby with that psychopath. Let him you. If you sell content, cut. I will not be with a woman whose booty hole is accessible for $4.99 a month. Cut. If you say stuff like, I don't date men who don't help me, cut. If your feet are ugly, cut. If you don't cook, cut. If you don't like physical affection, cut. If you don't believe in reciprocity, cut. If you ever say I'm just a girl for like serious stuff, not cute stuff, cut. If you're a beggar, cut. Don't make everything due as soon as you meet me. You was paying the bills before me, paying while you're with me. Cut. If you listen to the Sprinkle lady or Drew Alfuelo, cut. I'm a stand-up comedian, so if you don't think I'm funny at all, cut. If you never come to a show, cut. If you're abstinent or celibate, I respect your decision, but cut. If you don't give Gok 3000 or that huck to, cut. If you're a mean girl, a bully, or you're just angry all the time, cut. If you think being mean is sexy and somehow cute and I'm supposed to like that shit, cut. If you're the type of person that doesn't know how to accept being treated right, every time I try to do something nice for you, you make it seem like it's weird or wrong, cut. If you self-sabotage, cut. Bitch, you will not be starting arguments with me for no reason and creating problems that aren't there because you don't love yourself. Go heal. Cut. If you don't know how to apologize, cut. And if you act helpless as soon as you get around me, cut. You are still an adult. I know you're my baby. I know you're a princess, but you're not helpless. Don't act helpless. Cut.
Na 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 na. Plug the plumber, baby. Na 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 na. Plug the plumber, baby.
Sis, can I share something with you? It's going to be a hard truth, but you need to hear it. You're not a good wife. Most of the time, you're not even a good person. How do I know? Because you have been giving your husband nothing but stress, complaints, arguments, attitude, disrespect, a lack of submission for the entirety of your marriage. Yet the first thing that you want to say is, I know I'm a good woman. I know I'm a good wife. I cook, I clean, I take care of these kids. He can't get a better woman than this. Well, actually, sis, he can get a lot better woman than that. He just chooses to stay because he loves you and he wants to keep his family together. But he's getting tired. Ladies, one of the things that the Word of God says, to judge ourselves by ourselves is not wisdom. Another translation calls it delusions. And a lot of you are deluded into believing that you're a great wife, though you've never asked your husband. And even when he tries to tell you the issues that he has with you, you tell him he doesn't know you and that he's just controlling, or he's just trying to tear you down and put you down. But the reality is it's true. Your attitude sucks. You don't follow God's word. You're not submitted, and you refuse to own up to the fact that your behavior has caused your marriage to get to the place where it is now. One of the things we have to do as women is do a self-assessment. And in that self-assessment, we have to ask ourselves, if I'm doing so wonderfully, why is my husband always upset with me? If I'm such a great wife, why can't we get along? Why are we always arguing? And you have to get to a place that you don't place blame on another person. You cannot judge yourself by yourself. If your only estimation of who you are as a wife and as a person comes from you, you are delusional. Remember that today and carry on.
When a man truly loves a woman, his instinct isn't to dominate her. It is to remove the weight from her life, not her responsibility, not her independence, the weight from her shoulders, the constant stress, the hypervigilance, the super masculine energy, the feeling that she has to brace herself for everything. A healthy masculine presence creates this safety, not by control, but by consistency and emotional steadiness, and being somebody that she does not have to manage herself. And when a woman truly loves a man, she does not want to fight him. She doesn't want to compete with him, and she sure as does not want to be in her armor around him. She wants to soften, she wants to rest, and she wants to be able to trust. That doesn't make her weak. That makes her regulated. When a woman feels safe, she stops surviving. She stops hardening herself, and she stops testing you. Here's the part that people miss. This dynamic only works when both people are healed enough to hold their own role without resentment. A man who leads from insecurity turns controlling. A woman who softens from fear turns dependent. That is not love. That is trauma bonding. Real love does not feel chaotic. It does not feel like power struggles or some emotional whiplash. It feels grounded, predictable, and quietly strong. Two people exchanging what they naturally give when love is real. Anything else is noise.
Ladies, here are 7 things that your man wants you to know. 1, men are not mind readers. If you want something, use your big girl words and just tell us. If you say that nothing is wrong, everything is fine, we are going to act accordingly. We know that it's not. But honestly, it's just not worth the fight of trying to drag it out of you. 2, you can either tell us you want something done, or you can tell us how to do it. Not both. If you already know the best way to do it, go ahead, do it yourself. 3, we rarely ask for details, so don't expect them. When we tell you our buddy is getting a divorce, that's literally all we know. We don't care why. We just know that he's going to need a gym buddy soon so he can get back into dating shape. And you should be thankful for that much. That works for you too. 4, we are problem solvers. Only come to us with an issue if you want to know how to fix it. That's how we operate. If we want someone to feel bad for your problem, talk to your girlfriends. That's what they're there for. 5, we don't hold on to things, neither should you. All past comments become null and void after 10 days. We've moved on, already forgotten everything that we've done wrong, so should you. 6, we are doers. It is our primal instinct to simply take action and respond quickly, without thought. It keeps you safe. So if we say something without thinking, and it can be interpreted 2 different ways, one of those ways makes you sad or super angry. We meant the other way. End of story. And lastly, we love you for you. We don't care about your makeup or extra stuff. So when you think we're having a bad day, just send us a booby pic right out of the shower. No need to wait until you're all done up for the day. We've seen your morning after look. We're not scared. So once again, if you care, send a pair. Write that down.
That's okay.
And that's why we're happy.
I love it.
Write that down.
You have children?
Yeah, my kids are older than you.
Okay, so how do you feel about older men that date women in their early 20s?
I think it's horrible. I do. I really think it's disrespectful. to themselves and to, especially if they have daughters themselves. And you date a young girl, 20-something years old, because nothing that is anything wrong with you. It's just that you don't have the experience to date a grown man.
No, I think it's weird.
Yeah.
Personally, I think it's crazy.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. I think a girl in her 20s doesn't have the experience to run a home. A girl in her 20s can't help bring nothing to the table.
I have to disagree.
Well, I'm older than you, so I'm gonna hold this down. There's nothing you can tell me to change that.
But also at the same time, you could meet a woman that is in her 20s and she's been through more in her lifetime than a woman in her 40s.
So I'm glad you're bringing up this story, and I'm going to explain to you the difference. There's no substitute for experience. Even if you're 22, you still don't have the wisdom of a 40, 50-year-old person.
And what experience? You don't know their life. You don't know their life.
No. Experiences and wisdom is two different things. So let me ask you a question.
You get wisdom from experience.
But watch what I'm about to ask you, though, young lady. So you're 20-something years old. Do you believe that you'll be smarter when you're 40?
Absolutely.
That's my point. So let's take it another look, because I really want to be clear. You have a business, and you're hiring people. And the person who's filled out the application, that person has been on the job 2 years. But you got a person who's been on the job 15 years. Who are you going to hire?
Who
are you going to hire? The person with 2 years of experience, or the person with 15? It's not about what. Follow what I'm saying. Listen to no. I can't let you go down another lane. We're gonna stay in this lane. See, I'm one of those people. I have a degree in speech communications, so I don't allow people to go down another lane. Who would you hire based on experience?
Yeah, experience and age is two different.
Listen to what my question is again. Who would you hire based on experience?
The person with more experience.
That's my point. It's a no-brainer. And there's no drifting down the lane and what about this and what about.
So I'm listening to TK, and he's saying based on experience, who would you hire? Right? But somebody could be in that job for a long time, 15 years, but they're not really getting better. And I think that's the point, and that's the issue that a lot of men are running into. These modern women have been dating for 15 years. These modern women, God knows how long. God knows what they've been doing. They've been around the company, if you know what I mean. They've done different jobs, so they know a little bit about everything, right? But are they actually good at it? You can put on your resume, I have 15 years of experience, because you've been somewhere for 15 years. I've been in there's a lot of modern women out here that are divorced. They can say, I have 20 years of experience in marriage, but they were not good wives at all. At all. You can go out there and find a woman that say, well, I haven't really been married at all, but this is what I would probably do. Now, one thing that you have to look out for in marriage is, people can say a lot of stuff, right? But how are they actually going to handle it? You know what I mean? What's their attitude like? Where are they going? How can I see that in motion, in action, right? And sometimes people are good at, maybe not showing their bad parts. I think a lot of modern women try to cover that up, but they just going to tell you on Instagram or TikTok anyway. So you have to listen carefully to what people say, how they talk about other people, what they say about other people, and then you start to say, okay, you're not really using your imagination, because you don't want to start making up stuff, but you're kind of like, okay, so I've been listening, and this is probably the type of person that she's going to be. And then that's where your further questions or your deeper questions come from, to actually clarify the way she thinks. And even if you're not knowing, or even if you don't see what she did or what she's going to do, and she doesn't act that way, you can kind of have an idea. I've done that a few times, where I've been talking to somebody, and they just, everything's great, everything's going to go great. I'm a fantastic problem solver, and then I'll listen to them talk about somebody else or another situation, or not even see the way because they've been nice the whole time. They've been nice the whole time, proper, respectfully the entire time, and then you just say to yourself, they're not showing it, but it's in there. It's in there. Might take 4 or 5 months to come out because you really got to get them in the situation, and you really got to, not that you're trying to, but you really got to push their buttons, right? It's really got to be a situation to where, oh, okay, now and at that point in time, you're confirming. Now, if it doesn't happen and they actually do what they said they were going to do, then fantastic. But more often than not, you can kind of see, okay, I saw this coming. Now, if you know that, and then you pretty much get the answers, you don't need to have to stay around for 3 to 5 months or 5 to 6 months, because why would you, right? You've already confirmed. But at that point in time, you'll just be solidifying, confirming what you pretty much already know, right? But if you want to stay around and I guess you got nothing better to do and you just want to see if, you kind of give them a chance, basically, then you can. But modern women they're going to say one thing and do another.
Men talk about when they're alone, because I genuinely do not understand how men do not know personal.
Okay, so I guess this is a secret that many people don't know. Pop culture loves to portray men as being very simple and shallow, like we'll get together and we'll just talk about sports all day. We'll never get into anything about our personal lives. And I guess women don't realize there's a reason for this. From birth, it was my understanding that the most noble thing you can do as a man is not be a burden on other people. And most men I've known experience talking about deep subjects as work. You are putting a burden on them. It's not a burden to talk about sports or video games or Warhammer figures, but it is, in our perception, a burden to talk about our jobs, our relationships, and so on. So the arrangement you wind up with is, because I like you, I'm not going to burden you.
The men really want to know, where all the women are that are loyal, that are good women that you can trust and build a life with. We're at home. We're at home eating bowls of sunflower crunch, watching TikTok, because we're over and done with the bullshit that the majority of you men bring to our lives. If there is any men that don't lie, don't cheat, knows how to be an adult, act like an adult, actually doesn't have emotional damage, please stand up, because I'm thinking none of them exist at this point. None of them. At all.
So some of us got to take accountability for how hard we're being so that a man actually wants to chase us.
Here's the thing. I think that the women can start being feminine again when the men start being masculine again. Ooh. Because these are the new bad. They want to be the bad now. They want to be put up. They asking you what the you bring to the table. So in a position, because women are reflections of their men, and we have now switched roles with them, I cannot step into my femininity until you step back into your masculinity, right?
We feminine. Because we want to know how you, if you're going to be able to tend to my emotional state. And because I got standards, and I don't want to, bro, I'm feminine. I'm feminine.
Quick question, genuine concern. Why are you in competition with a man? Men do men things, women do women things. Why are you in competition with a man? If a war breaks out, I want to go behind a man. I don't understand the competition. I don't understand the vindictiveness. I don't understand the get back. I don't understand trying to sabotage your exes and one up your friends. Do you know you'll never grow trying to be a victim? If you focused on being a woman, doing the things you need to do to be a better woman, and not trying to be a man or be in competition with a man, things will probably start to smooth out for you. I mean, I could be wrong, but I'm not. I just think that you should just focus on yourself and self-growth. But when you spend so much energy trying to hurt somebody else, baby, you're not gonna grow. It's not gonna happen. Y'all gotta grow up.
If you're a man and you act like a little
like that, you get beat up. You get stuffed in lockers. You get a swirly. Women are the only people who run around going, you know, I know that you're correct, but I just don't like the delivery. It made me feel a certain way. I'm in my feelings and I don't like the way that you said it.
It wasn't the way you drove. It was the tone.
Right. And then men who act that way are being feminine. They're being beta feminine bitches, and they get, when you are parsing out the truth, you don't cater to women's stupid feelings.
So
about
you don't
it. Does that
value
make sense to
femininity?
you?
Okay, so you don't
I value femininity, and femininity means you sit down and you be quiet when people are parsing out the truth and telling you what's what.
Really?
You don't sit there
Why are
and
you
go,
here then?
oh, I don't like the way that you... I'm here, none of my wisdom as an older woman, to let all of you know that you're full of...
Edgar Allan Poe, he has a poem, and he said, years of love forgot in the hatred of a moment. That's how women think. Years of love is forgotten in the hatred of a moment. That moment is the most important. Like that, it don't matter. You could have just bought her a helicopter 3 days ago. She forgot about it. That it's just that moment, like how they feel at that time. She's willing to throw away everything just for that hatred. Like, I hate you right now. Like how I feel right now is the most important. Again, it negates all intellect, it negates all logic, it negates all intelligence. It's really just, the feelings are not even, a lot of times they're not even real.
You open up to a woman, at least as a man, there's like a 98% chance that she's probably gonna ghost you or move on to a different man, okay? This tends to perplex a lot of people, and they often ask the question of why, and some people are just so jaded they stop asking why. They just decide that women are just like this and they live with it. But women often see men as ideas, not really who they are as an individual. So essentially, if you open up to a woman, you're becoming a real person. You can no longer fit in the confines of the idea, the box that she has placed you in.
I made the extremely tough decision to leave my husband last year after being with him for 21 years. We were married for 8 years. And my ex-husband is not a bad guy, wonderful father. But there were some things that would send people into orbit when I would tell them things. And I'm not exaggerating. My ex-husband did not tell me that he loved me. That was something that I accepted. We'll call it accepted, but now I see it as settling. I had accepted this about him, but what ended up happening is years and years and years of what I will consider emotional neglect. Unintentionally, I began to resent him. And there's a few videos that I want to make of things that I've learned, especially with us coming up on 1 year divorced, and what I learned about divorcing the good guy and what a villain that makes you.
Just imagine the ex-husband's perspective. Like, here he is marrying a woman that he thinks just completely accepts him and loves him, but she's actually just settling, and she says that she is accepting of him. But bottom line is that if you still feel a certain way about it, you're not really truly accepting it. You're just kind of pushing it down to the bottom of your feelings, which she then apparently continued to do through the relationship, which does build resentment. But from the man's perspective, he thinks that he's doing everything that he's supposed to be doing because he's a good man, and she sees him as a good man as well. But then many, many years down the line, after you have sacrificed so much for her and for your family, she blindsides you with a divorce. That man is probably devastated. And don't come into the comments and say, oh, she probably told him 10 million times. She admitted that it was silent. The one thing that she did get accurate in this video was that she was made out to be the villain. And that's what I always say to women that are about to divorce a good man for no good reason, is that you better be ready to be the villain. And if you have kids, you're ripping your family apart. You are impacting them in a very negative way. This should be avoided at all costs.
And just a heads up for 2026, yeah, playing hard to get does not work anymore. That advice was perfect for a time when people had less options, less access to other people, less money, less opportunities. That is not now. Now people have the internet, we have everybody that we can talk to, so there is no point in running and chasing after somebody that doesn't appear to want you. This goes for both men and women, by the way. Nobody's chasing chasing you. As soon as somebody expresses interest, you tell them, I think we should just be friends. You better mean it, because no one is going to check and make sure that you're serious. Healthy dating in 2026 looks like communication, effort, consistency on both ends. And if you have any type of problem with that, feel free to thank feminism.
So you think that women are not more emotional than men?
Men have our emotions in a linear fashion. When we're angry, we're angry.
Mm-hmm.
When we're sad, we're sad. When we're aroused, we're aroused. When we're happy, we're happy. Women have emotions about their emotions. A woman can be turned on, but she could be ashamed of her being turned on.
Mm-hmm.
She could be curious about her shame about being turned on.
Mm-hmm.
She could be happy about her curiosity, about her shame about being turned on. They run in loops rather than going linear and running straight.
Oh.
I really like the fact that the clip of, tonight's conversation where Sarah came behind and she was talking about, man, we really got to start taking accountability. Because the woman before her, I think she had an orange shirt on or something like that. Where are the men at? They're looking for good women. We're all in the house watching TikTok. No, a lot of modern women that claim that they're good modern women are terrible people. They have an attitude. If that's not true, I sincerely apologize. But there's a lot of these modern women out here. Oh, well, I'm just inside enjoying my dogs, enjoying a glass of wine. The man says, okay, bet, cool. You down to go out? Sure. Where we going? Hey, I know this really, really nice taco truck. Or I know this really, really nice coffee shop. Would you want to go? Oh, I really don't do coffee. Do you drink coffee every day? Yeah, well then you do coffee. Yeah, but I don't do coffee as a first date. Oh, interesting. I thought we were trying to get to know each other. Okay, well let's go get some tacos. Rave reviews. It was on TikTok, so the line's going to be out the door. But I think if we get there early, we can try it. What more do you want? Good tacos, great food, excellent food. Friday night, we just chilling, talking, getting to know each other. That's what you're going to be doing. Hopefully, that's what you're going to be doing anyway throughout your relationship. Finding somewhere to go chill out and just talk to each other. Just connect with each other. Oh man, that's not good enough for me. At least take me somewhere nice. Interesting. Well, with that attitude, you're going to stay in the house and men are not going to be interested.
You guys expect men to throw money at you for no reason. That's why they don't want to provide. That's why they don't want to protect. Because you're bums. You're bums, okay? Also, and this goes for everybody, y'all need to pick a corner, take a seat, and just work on yourselves. This generation is fucked up because everyone is out here dating each other through trauma. Y'all carrying trauma, dating each other. Here's dummy number 1 and dummy number 2, just dating and each other, energy exchanging, traumas, and traumatizing each other. We can't even blame our parents because motherfuckers are out here traumatizing each other. Take a seat. Be single for a while. Work on yourselves. Y'all don't realize it's not clocking to you. It's not clocking to you that you attract what you don't want and what you left behind because you're not getting the concept of a life lesson. Oh, you don't realize the people that traumatized you, their purpose in your life was to traumatize you into a life lesson. But since you're so closed-minded and so self-centered, you carry that trauma with you onto the next person and you try to traumatize them before they traumatize you because you're in fear of them possibly traumatizing you with the what ifs they're like that person. This is why I can't date. This is why I can't date now. Because y'all don't get it. No one gets it. Unless you're on this level with me, you're not going to get it. And here I am. I'm going to be that fat mirror right in front of your face. This is why I don't have friends either. Because people say some stupid like that to me. I'm going to reflect back to you and be like, hold on. Just take a look at yourself. Okay? Take a look at yourself. All right? That's it. That's all.
You know how I know y'all don't really be loving these men and y'all don't really be wanting to be with these men or even care about these men, because if you did, you would know that men are emotional men. A man that cares. A man that cares. When a man cares, he's going to display every part of him because he's trying to show you that he cares. And one thing you're going to know is that it's genuine, because he's going to do things that you have never gotten done for you probably before, and you probably don't even deserve him doing it for you. That's why you are able to identify when a man loves you.
This actually happens. I don't know if this is a real legit video, but even my job is literally fired women because their OF accounts were found. Like, this is a real thing, and women don't realize it until it's too late. Like, you're literally losing your chances at getting employment at established businesses, so you can potentially make $70,000 a year, but really only end up making $1,000 a month.
Stop and wait a sec. When you look at me like that, my darling, what did you...
Their privilege is showing, and I don't even think they realize it, because it actually seems that they have run out of legitimate things to complain about. Instead of worrying about a man walking behind them, now men can't even walk in front of a woman. It really seems that men can't do anything right, and some women don't realize how lucky they actually are that they have to find things to nitpick about to complain about men.
Let it all go. Let it all go.
The post is, if your girlfriend looks better than your co-parent, you're going on child support. In my experience, wholly accurate, 100% accurate, without a single doubt. And you're probably going to have a whole custody battle on top of that. I swear it's true. I think this is hilarious. And I'm glad somebody else is saying it, not just me.
My question is, I'm a proud member of the First Wives Club. And my husband is on wife number 3 or 4. And I'm trying to figure out why, after 20 years of being divorced, why is he on wife number and I'm single?
Because you're worried about what he doing.
I was about to say that too.
Go ahead, Donnie.
No, ma'am.
Why are you even aware of what number wife this man is on?
Because he still lives in the house that we lived in.
Do you live there too?
No, ma'am.
That is no longer your home. That's his home. With his second wife, his third wife, and his fourth wife. You are still single because you are following behind his business. You have not spiritually disconnected, emotionally disconnected, or mentally disconnected.
If you're his garment and you don't say what he did as to why you really got a divorce, and you allow him to have wife number 2, 3, 4. Allow?
All right. First is the title. You say you're the first wife versus his ex-wife. All right, that's the first piece.
I call him my husband.
Right. So first piece is you'd have to divorce him psychologically. All right, and then you have to set, whenever we're talking about heartbreak, you have to set a date for healing. All right. And when it's hard, because let's keep it real. Has anyone ever struggled when someone broke up with you? It was difficult for you to move on. I mean, everyone laughing. All right.
Not 20 years difficult.
But it's still there. It's still there.
20
it's still there.
Difficult. I am sorry.
Hey, listen.
This highlights the importance of emotionally breaking up and divorcing as well. Because sometimes we physically break up with a person and we assume just because their physical presence isn't in our life, that emotional presence and that spiritual presence isn't there. And sometimes you got to sage the out of your heart. You know what I'm saying? Get rid of that, because if you don't, what happens is you now start to have a relationship with a ghost. Hold on, listen. You are loving the ghost of this man. And let me tell you something. You've been having this relationship with the ghost of who he once was. You call that man your husband. Hold on, listen. So you have had a relationship with the ghost of this man for so long, it appears real to you. And let me tell you this. This is why every man that tries to come in your life is haunted by the demon you didn't expel. These thoughts, these behaviors, you have to change within yourself. But that's first letting go of that ghost you are now in love with.
I'm the shiz naive. You should follow my example, bitch naive. Cause I'm front row, Isaac, Ms. Naive. I'm the fuck.
Cheating on them wasn't enough. Cheating on them wasn't enough. Embarrassing them to their faces, you know, it wasn't enough. These women had to go the extra, not even couple clicks, the extra couple clicks ahead and embarrass them not only privately, not only locally, but publicly on the World Wide Web. They had to, and then not even just say, oh yeah, I cheated on my man publicly on the World Wide Web. No. Wasn't enough. They had to post his face. Not even just his face. Nope. That wasn't enough. They had to post his face smiling like, yep, that's me. I got cheated on. Yep. These women are demons. Evil. Straight from the depths of Hades with Cerberus and all them. Just, yep.
I am 30 years old and I am not at all interested in men.
I've done so much on my own that I'm genuinely unimpressed by the population of men that we have to date. I have not met one person that has made my life significantly easier because I firmly believe that when you get into a partnership with a man, a woman never benefits. I did the move in with a guy thing and I like daydreamed about it my entire life and I didn't. I was like, ew, like this is literally like free labor and also like free work. The thing is for me, I'm hyper independent. Like I have literally lived in 5 different cities by the time I was 30 and I moved every single time by myself. I also bought a place when I was 25, a mortgage on my own. I know how to do electrical work. I know how to patch drywall. Like as long as I have a YouTube video, I'm good. I own my own business. I set up an LLC. I'm literally doing all these things. And when a man is literally trying to pen pal with me just to be casual, like it gives me the ick because of what the what do you have to offer? Oh, you paid for my dinner? Oh, you paid for my drinks? You paid for my trip? Okay, like I can do that myself. The appeal is not there. Unless a man is truly making my life significantly easier, I would rather be single than be in bad company.
What does making your life significantly easier look like? You can do everything by just watching a YouTube video. And if a man comes in and try to do it for you, you don't really like that. So isn't that kind of confusing though? Because what are you expecting to do? Go get you the move?
And you know, modern women are so insecure about a whole bunch of things. I mean, I think there was a clip talking about the girlfriend is prettier, is going to trigger some sort of, you know, we're going to court, we need some more child support. That's what these modern women do. You think that they're above that because, like I said, like they say, I went to therapy, I cleared all of this out of my life, all of this negative energy, all of this negative energy. I cleared all of this negative energy out of my life. I burned some sage. I cut the lights off at night and I only burn candles so the smoke rises. It takes out all the evil spirits, stuff like that. And unfortunately, with all of this sage burning, curing and getting rid of evil spirits, somehow their bad attitude still stays. It still stays, and there's still a terror to everyone around them.